Your standard gamer dice set is going to come with percentage dice. It's two tin-sided dice, one numbered 1 through 9 or 0 through 9 by ones, the other numbered 00 through 90 by tens. You roll them both, rolled a 60 and a 6, so I rolled 66. So I basically made a 100-sided die rolling two dice. I can go from 0 to 99. Now I've seen some places have made higher orders. Whoops. So we got just dropped the one that goes to the thousands. We got one numbered by 100, so I can roll from 0 to 9,999, rolling all four dice. This works primarily because the multiplier die, this runs in multiples of this. So this is a 10-sided die, this rolls in multiples of 10s. I could have just as easily, instead of using this, taking a regular 6-sided die and done it 00, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and made a 60-sided dice out of this. It would still work because this is a 10-sided dice and this would be by multiples of 10. So I got to thinking, can we do other dice like that? Yes, we can, which is why I bring you the multiplier dice. Now this is a sort of flimsy box, which is why when we open it up, we got a Ziploc bag in there, along with your 3 multiplier dice. And these have multiple numbers per side. I will explain that later. It has instructions on the inside of the box. And of course, we got a Ziploc bag. I can cut the box up. We really only need the middle part, so I can just put that in my Ziploc bag with my dice, and I've got them all together. So how does this work? Supposing I want a 24-sided die for some reason. There are multiple ways I can do that. And I've got my standard dice set. Well, that's 12 times 2. That's 8 times 3. 6 times 4. 4 times 6. So there are multiple ways I can do this. So how do I want to do this? I'm going to look at my die. I'm going to say, okay, let's do 2 times 12. Color chart here. Times 2 is the orangish color, and all 3 dice have orange on it. So I'm going to grab one of my die. We're going to go with the 8-sider here, and we're going to see each side has an orange face on it, numbered 0 or n. N equals the number of sides on the die I'm rolling with it. So we got 2 times 12, n is going to be either 0, well, it's going to be 0 or 12, n equals 12. Roll them, 0 and 7, so I rolled a 7. N and 4, so I just rolled a 16. N equals 12 plus 4, 16. Okay, well, let's do the 3-sided die. They're only on the 6, and according to my color chart, 3 is on the yellow side. So I'm going to be rolling a 0, an N, or a 2N. And because I'm rolling this with my D8, N now equals 8. So we've got 0, 8, or 16, plus whatever I roll on the DI8. So 2N plus 5, that's going to be 16 plus 5. I just rolled a 21. 2N plus 6, I just rolled a 22. Times 4 is the light green, and it can be found on the 4-sided die or the 8-sided die. I'm going to roll the 8-sided because it's easier. And again, this is now labeled, the light green sides are labeled 0, N, 2N, or 3N, N equaling what I roll it with, which is in this case is going to be a 6-sided die. So this is basically 0, 6, 12, or 18. 0 plus 5, I just rolled a 5. N plus 2, I just rolled an 8. N plus 2, I just rolled an 8 again. Anyway, I'm rolling zeros and rolling the same thing over and over again, so I'm just not going to go through that. And again, finally, we now have I can also do the 6 times 4, 6 is the dark green, which only appears on the 6-sided die. I would roll this with my D4. And n plus 1. N is now going to equal 4 because I'm rolling a 4-sided die, so it's 5. And yeah, this would be, so 0 in, 2 in, 3 in, 4 in, 5 in, so it's going to be 0, 4, 8, 12, 16, plus whatever I roll on the D4. N plus 1, I rolled a 5 again. Again, I'm repeating myself. Now there are a few things to consider here. So your standard D4, they're either going to have the numbers, I don't have another one. They're either going to have the numbers at the corner, and so there'll be like 3 numbers per side. So either they'll be at the corner and you're reading whatever's at the top when it lands, or in this case they're at the base, and so you would roll, if I landed like this, then I would be rolling the base number, so I'd roll a 1. Now on my multiplier die, because I'm doing multiple things per side, I really couldn't do it that way. So I couldn't have all the numbers squished at the top. So in this case, I would roll the die and I would look at the bottom. And that's what I'm getting. So I got either a 4 in N or a 3 in, depending on what I'm trying to multiply. Now in this case, 4-sided die, I can only do, multiples of 4, or things that can be multiplied to make 4, is what I should say. So I could only really use 2 sides, so this really counts as a 2-sided die, or for multiplier purposes, it's 2 sides. It's times 2 and times 4. And so we have the extra one, that's just a standard D4. 1, 2, 3, 4, or in this case, bottom one I rolled a 4. The D6, again, we got four corners per side. I got my numbers in my corners. However, I can only do really 3 multipliers by it. I can do a times 2, a times 3, or a times 6. So I have the extra side. So what I did is I put 2 2s on it, and 2 3s on it, and 2 1s on it. So the white side on this, if you check the color chart here, actually rolls as a D3. Because I've got 6 sides, but I'm rolling 2 1s, 2 2s, or 2 3s. Just roll a 2. Just roll a 2. It's so basically it gives you a 3-sided die if you need a 3-sided die for something. So that is really it. This can be used for teaching math. It can be used for figuring out probabilities. You can do multiples. Suppose I want a 96-sided die. Well, that would be 12 times 2 times 4, I believe. And so the secret there is we're doing something like, okay, so we got times 2. I'm going to use the orange side of the D6, and I'm going to use my 12-sided die, and then I'm going to need my 4-sided die. I will use the light green side of the D8. So first I roll, let's do the D8 and the 12. So looking at the light green side, I'm rolling a 12-sided die with it, so n equals 12. 0 plus 5, I just rolled a 5. Now then, the trick here is, and I rolled the wrong number there. I'm really looking at the orange side. I wanted a 12. My mistake on that one. 0 and 12, so I just rolled a 12. Now then, I just rolled a 24-sided die. So when I roll with my light green side to multiply by 4, n equals 24 on this one, because this was the equivalent of a 24-sided die. So I just rolled 2n, which would be 48, plus the 5 I just rolled. So I actually rolled a 53 on my 96-sided die. So you can actually stack these. You just have to remember that with each one, you're actually rolling a combination. N is going to change as you add more dice in. So that is it. This is Multiplier Dice. There's a link below where you can buy them. Have a nice day.